Dear students, in the last class we discussed the inheritance chapter. Okay, so today we will discuss the new chapter, that is pointers. So here pointer is a variable which holds the address of another variable. For example, so in normal variable, so you have to declare int of a. Here a is a variable and int is a data type. So it is a normal variable. So here pointer means the declaration of variable is followed by the star symbol. That is int star a. Here star indicates the pointer variable. Then why the pointers are required in our program? The main advantage of using the pointer is it is used to return multiple values to the function. For example, in normal function, if I want to return the value, so just I can write the return of a. But it is not possible to return a comma b. It is completely invalid. If you are using return keyword or return statement means it will return only the single value. If you want to return more than one value, so we will go through the pointers. The advantage of pointer is it will return more than one value to the function. That is the first advantage. Second advantage is it utilizes the memory properly. For example, if I declare int a of 10, here int a of 10. Here the size of integer is 2 bytes. The maximum size is 10. 2 into 10 is equal to 20 bytes. 20 bytes are reserved in the system. At the time of executing the program, so I can use only 5 values. I can enter only 5 values. The maximum capacity is 10 elements, but I can enter only 5 elements. The remaining 5 element size, that is 10 bytes, will be wasted. If I declare int a of 10 means it will create the 10 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 blocks. So the position is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0 to 9 position means 10 positions total. Okay. So here a of 10 means maximum 10 blocks. But I can enter only 5 elements, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And the remaining blocks are wasted. But if you are using the pointers, so whatever the memory is required for us, only that much memory will be allocated to the variable. So that is also one advantage of using the pointers. And pointers are used to implement the data structure. Here data structure is nothing but the, so data means it is a known and unknown facts. So whatever you can enter, either it may be alphabets, either it may be the symbols, or either it may be the numbers. So whatever you can feed into the system, that is nothing but the data. So structure, data structure means arranging the data in a system. How the data is arranged inside the system, that is nothing but the data structure. Okay, so if you want to implement the data structures, again the pointers are required. For example, linked list. So it will come in the data structure chapter actually. So briefly I will tell you, so what is linked list. Here linked list means it is a collection of nodes. Node is nothing but a rectangular box. A rectangular box. It consists of two parts. First part is data part. Second part is linking part. Linked list means it is a collection of nodes. A node is nothing but the rectangular. A node consists of two parts or two fields. First one is data, second one is link. Here link or address. If you want to implement the data structures like a linked list, another one is their tree, so that time again we have to use the pointers. Okay, so I already said that the difference between the normal variable and pointer. If you are declaring int of a, so it is a normal variable. Int star a is nothing but the pointer variable. Int star a, the variable must be prefixed with the star symbol. Okay, so this is the pointer. The definition of pointer is it is a variable which holds the address of another variable. It uses two operators. Pointer can use two operators. Pointers can use two operators. So first one is AND operator, that is address operator. Another one is indirection or dereferencing operator. If you are using the pointer means, so that pointer should use the two operators, that is AND, that is address operator. Another one is the star symbol, that is indirection or dereferencing operator. So first one is address operator. Here address operator task is which holds the address of the variable. For example, if I declare int a is equal to 10, so it is completely a valid. But in pointer case, int star a is equal to 20, it is not a valid. Because directly we cannot initialize the pointer variables. With the help of normal variable, we can assign the values to the pointers. Here int a is equal to 10 or int a is equal to 20, 30, 40 like that. So that is completely a valid. But directly we cannot initialize the values to the pointer variable. Because with the help of these two operators, we can access the values of the other variables. See here. First one is address operator. Here a is equal to 10 is there. This is the memory block. A 10 is there. I can consider B 20. Here address means it's a memory location, the name of the memory. So initially we don't know the address of 10. Then how to confirm, how to view the address of the particular number. So with the help of this AND operator, it is possible to print the address of variable. For example, I can consider 101, 102. Either it is not accurate 101. So just I am taking the example. Here the address of 10 is 101. Address of 20 is 102. If you want to execute the program, again it is possible to print the address. Either it may be the positive number or either it may be the negative number. Okay, see here. A value is 10, B value is 20. Address operator. The address of A is 101. So 10 address 101 is the path. 10 address store 3, A address store. And the address of A is 101. ಈಗ ನಾ just int A is equal to 10 ಬರೆದು cout of A means it will print the value as 10. Suppose AND of A, here AND is used to get the address of the particular variable. Here the here A is there. The address of A is 101. If you want to print that address, you can use AND of A. Here AND of A is 101. But star A is equal to 20, star A is equal to 10. It is not possible. Directly we cannot initialize the pointer variables. With the help of addresses, we can assign. After that, we can get the value. Okay. See here. That is nothing but the initialization of pointers. Assigning the normal variable value to the pointer variable is nothing but the initialization of pointer variables. Here int A is equal to 10 is there. Int B is equal to int star B. Here A value is 10. If I want to get the address of A means just I can use AND. Okay. The definition of pointer states that the variable is a variable which holds, which stores the address of other variable. For example, if I write B is equal to A, means 10 is stored in A, but the definition is which stores or which holds the address of other variable. Means how to identify the address? Just we can use the AND of A. Here 10 is there, A is there, its address is 101. See here, B is equal to AND of A. Here A is 10, but here AND of A means 101. 101 is stored in B. Cout star. See here. Second one is indirection or dereferencing operator. It is nothing but the which gives the actual value of the variable that the pointer pointing to. See here. Here B is a pointer variable which is pointing to A. If I want to get the value of this A, that time I can use the star. Here Cout of star B means it will print the 10. Suppose if I print only B means it will print 101, because B is equal to AND of A means the address of A is stored in B. Address of A is 101, it is stored in B. Cout of B means it will print 101. If I want to print the actual value, star B means it is a 10. Okay, so this is initialization of pointer. So just I can write one example. Using pointers. So just I can add the two numbers. I can add the two numbers with the help of pointer. So directly I can write wide main, no need for using the class and all. So directly I can write wide main. Int A, comma B, star C, comma star D. Cout enter A, comma C in A, D. C is equal to star A is equal to C is equal to AND of A, D is equal to AND of D. Finally, S is equal to star C plus star D. Cout. So this is the example for pointers. Okay, see here. Here A and B are the normal variables, C and D are the pointer variables, and S is the storage variable. First I can enter. I already told that directly values cannot be stored in the pointer. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ C ಮತ್ತು D ನ ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So first I ಮಾಡಿದರೆ a ಮತ್ತು b ಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ. For example 10 and 20. So finally the address of 10 is stored in C. Finally the address of b is stored in D. If I want to add, addresses cannot be added. 101 102 ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದರದ್ದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ C plus star D ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10 plus 20 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 30 ಆಯ್ತ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಆ 30 ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ S ಒಳಗೆ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಫೈನಲಿ S will be printed. Okay, so this is the example for pointers. So you can consider any example. So directly values cannot be initialized in the pointers. The main advantage of using the pointer is to return the multiple values to the function. It utilizes the memory properly and it is used to implement the data structures. And the memory allocation functions will be used in the pointers, that is malloc, calloc. Okay, so this is the one example of using the pointers. So you can consider any example. First we have to remember is here the number of inputs are 2, so that's why I can declare 2 pointer variables. First I can read the values normally. So after reading the value, these two addresses are stored in C and D. So that's why and of A is stored in C, and of B is stored in D. So finally star C plus star D, S is equal to star C plus star D and C out of S. Okay. In the same way, so you can write largest of two numbers also. So largest of two number means again you can read the values. So after that you can assign the addresses. After that, if star A is greater than star B, if it is true, star A is largest or A is largest. Otherwise B is largest. Okay. Next is parameter passing mechanism. So there are two methods. So first one is call by value. Second one is call by reference. Call by reference. So there are two methods to pass the parameters in function. First one is call by value. Second one is call by reference. So first we can consider the call by value. So first I can write one example. So then you will know so how it will work. See. So this is the example for swapping of two numbers. See here two arguments are there, A and B. So I can declare 10 and 20. So swap of 10, 20 means it will call the swap function. So 10 is stored in A and 20 is stored in B. Here C is equal to A is equal to B, B is equal to C means that is C is equal to 10, B is equal to A is equal to 20 and B is equal to 10. See here. Initially 10 and 20. Initially A value 10 and B value 20. After executing these three statements, it will become 20 and 10. Then what about this statement? See here. Here initially 10 and 20 is there. Here after executing this function, here C and D values remains 10 and 20 only, not the 20 and 10. Here call by value means if any changes made in the sub function, ಇಲ್ಲಿ sub function ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನೇ changes ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, it will not affect the original values because original values are present in C and D. It will not affect the actual arguments. Here C and D are the actual arguments, A and B are the formal parameters. Okay, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು sub function ಒಳಗೆ ಏನೇ changes ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ effect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That is called by value. If any changes made in the sub function, it will not affect the calling function. That is nothing but the call by value. So call by reference, its opposite. If any changes made in the sub function, automatically it will affect the calling function or the original values. So that time we have to use the pointer variable int star a star b. Here I can pass and C star a star b. See here. Again same program. So here two variables are pointer variables. If the pointer variable means directly values cannot be stored, so that's why I can pass the C and D addresses. You can pass C and D addresses, but it will receive the actual values 10 and 20. After executing again 20 and 10, so automatically it will affect the original values C and D. Finally it will print 20 and 10. Call by reference means if any changes made in the sub function, automatically it will affect the calling function. So this is the call by reference. There are two methods to pass the parameters. First one is call by value, second one is call by reference. In the next class we will discuss some more programs. Thank you.